Turning now to your community focus, this November 8th, Congressman Bill Keating is seeking another term in Massachusetts' 9th Congressional District, which represents parts of Fall River and New Bedford. He joins us now via Zoom. Congressman, thanks so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me, Kim.
So 60 seconds or less, why should Massachusetts voters send you back to D.C.?
Well, I think clearly that we're at historic times here. There's so much at stake right now. Things that even my grandparents had as rights taken away from them. The rights to Medicare coverage that's on the chopping block with the Republican leadership. Social Security, they want to phase that out and privatize it in 5 years. The rights, women's rights, reproductive rights that have been on, protected for half a century. So these are all things being taken away from it. But also going forward, the work we've done this term alone has been historic. Making sure that we're dealing with inflation. You know, people are criticizing inflation. It's a global issue. Joe Biden's not the president of Europe, where they're suffering double-digit inflation. But this Congress has done things to attack that, not just in the present, but in the long run.
Yeah, Congressman, you mentioned inflation, and some economists have said the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan Act just injected too much money into the economy and sort of led us to the high cost of living that we're seeing right now. You voted in favor of that measure, and hindsight is 2020. Would you have done things differently knowing what you know now?
Well, I think that the great concern then and now was that it would plunge us coming out of COVID immediately into a recession. Much of what occurred was shutting the economy down for COVID and then swiftly coming out of it. And that really hurt the supply chain, which we dealt with because the semiconductor issue was at the center of this. We provided Made in America, new jobs, and an investment in our own domestic semiconductors for the supply chain. It also dealt with, more importantly, the cost globally of oil and gas. And we're seeing that. What we did was we directly hit our reliance on oil and gas and put the highest investment in the history of the United States into clean energy to move us away from that.
I want to give you the opportunity to respond to some criticism that was made by your Republican opponent, Jesse Brown, when he was on 12 News at 4 earlier this month. He, like many others, wondering where the money is to replace the Cape Cod bridges. What is the latest on that? Because we've heard it's coming. It still hasn't arrived yet last time we checked.
Well, they're just beginning to parcel it out phase by phase. They don't take billions of dollars and just put it out there on a shelf somewhere to languish. And so the grants are starting to come. But the monies we put in place, unprecedented monies in terms of infrastructure, are there. Much of it targeted to bridges just like the Sagamore Bridge and the Bourne Bridge, where I live just miles away. So as you look at how the money is transferred out, it's going to be done with grants, slice by slice, and the money is there. I mean, our work is to create the orchard of resources, and the people that move forward with the grants, the Commonwealth and the Army Corps, pick that fruit. But we're even assisting them in making their bids and their work more competitive. So I think people can rest assured, myself included, just living miles away from the Bourne Bridge, that the money's there and this will be done.
And just quickly before I let you go, New Bedford leaders have been pushing now for years to build a new NOAA fisheries headquarters in their city. Senator Markey has proposed maybe splitting it up between New Bedford and Woods Hole. Do you support that idea?
I think it's going to be enormous investment in New Bedford, the pier, and in other areas. It's already happening. In terms of NOAA's decisions, a lot of those are made by a consultant, and they look at the overall impact of Woods Hole, New Bedford, how they can function the best. But I think you're going to see unprecedented investment. You already are seeing those inquiries into it. You're going to see the staging of the greatest commercial offshore wind facility in the country there. So there'll be no shortage, no matter how that gets parceled out, in terms of investment in the area.
All right, Massachusetts Congressman Bill Keating, that's all the time that we have. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kim.
Today at 6:30, join us for an important debate for Bristol County Sheriff. The top two candidates, incumbent Thomas Hodgson and his challenger Paul Heroux, will be taking questions from our panel, and you can watch it at WPRI.com and on Fox Providence this Friday at 6:30.